All right, meteorologist Damon Matson joins us for another check on your weather. Damon, it's just one of those days we just stay bundled up and ride it out and just hope the spring comes soon.
It sure is, but what if I told you that there was a blizzard happening in Louisiana, of all places, right now?
My question would be, how will that impact us?
Good question indeed, but hey, it's going to be a cold stretch. That pretty much is how this all impacts, because look at this, folks. I know we're cold here in the DMV. Middle of January, I guess we're sort of expecting this, not to this level of cold that we've been dealing with, but this is happening across the entire country. That's just how large of a cold outbreak this all is. Again, there is a winter storm happening down across Texas, Louisiana, right here in that orange. Yeah, a blizzard warning, the first ever issued along the Gulf here in Louisiana, and this stretches all the way up with these winter storm warnings into the Carolinas. So this cold stretches across pretty much the entire eastern half of the country. And yes, extreme cold warnings, cold weather advisories go from the Midwest all the way over to the East Coast, including here in the DMV. So at face value, well, it just looks like a slightly cloudy day out there looking toward the National Cathedral, but do not let it fool you. Again, you step outside, you immediately feel this cold, cold air. Again, temperatures at this hour have only reached back into the teens, lower 20s. That is it. Now, unlike yesterday when this cold air was just arriving, we do not have as blustery of winds to deal with. Yes, there is still a little bit of wind in a few locations, up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. So that is definitely an improvement from yesterday, making those wind chills not be quite as brutal, but it doesn't take much. Any little gust of wind is going to make it feel that much colder. And there you go. When that wind does move things around, it feels more like 13 degrees in DC, 7 in Frederick there, and you mostly will find those single-digit wind chills still hanging on across the northern half of the region, with some improvement to the south over Virginia. And this is just the trend, unfortunately, that we are stuck with at least through tomorrow, and we're about to enter into the coldest stretch tonight going into Wednesday morning. So this afternoon, again, with a lack of wind, we will, I guess, see some improvement. I'll put that in quotes because it's not much of an improvement. Still feeling like the teens and 20s out there the rest of the day today. But as we head into the night tonight, we'll see those temperatures drop even more than they have the last couple of nights. We're expecting low temps area-wide, single digits, and there is going to be a slight uptick in the wind here as a disturbance passes us by. It's not going to get all that windy. We just will have wind speeds 10, perhaps 15 miles per hour, but that is going to be enough to drop those wind chills right at to slightly below zero along the I-95 corridor, DC, southern Maryland here, and those numbers will be even lower, closer to 10 below along the I-81 corridor. And just like we saw last night out over the mountains, wind chills as cold as 25 below zero, not out of the question once you hit to western Maryland and the mountains of West Virginia. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, yes, you see some increase in the wind chill numbers here Wednesday afternoon, but it's only back into the teens, lower 20s. Tomorrow is going to be just as cold of a day before we finally start to see some improvements. So we have this stretch to go. DMV first warn remain in effect here at least through tomorrow night. It's not until Thursday that we do finally get to see those warmer afternoons. Air temps back above freezing there Thursday and Friday, and even those overnight low temperatures will start to increase again by this weekend. We are expecting lows back into the 20s.